So, what y'all just heard was a little bit of me and Storm Reid doing some things. I couldn't play the whole thing because you know how YouTube is, but I kind of got it like on audio where I was like, you can hear me beating it up, but that's her moaning, and that's me getting it in. So I gave y'all a little sneak peek of what I was doing. As you can hear, the bed was definitely shaking. I don't know if it was loud enough, but I ain't trying to get the video taken down. So, but that's her. So anyway, not Sky, Storm called me up and she let me know that her and Sky Jackson got into a beef, like a serious argument early in the morning, on a Sunday morning. So I'm like, I'm waking up and I'm like, God damn, mad missed calls. So I called Storm back and she was like the main one that was calling me a lot. So I'm like, Storm, what's wrong? So she like, David. I'm like, what? She was like, guess what happened? I'm like, what? Me and Sky got into it. I'm like, well, what happened? She was like, all right, this what happened. So she was calling me and I wasn't answering the phone and she was texting me and I wasn't texting her back. And the reason why I wasn't texting her back because number one, I was just waking up. Number two, I was using the bathroom. And number three, I was kind of hungry. So I'm like trying to get something to eat, using the bathroom, whatever like that. So I finally calls her back and I'm like, hey, what's going on, girl? So she's like, don't hey, what's going on, girl? Me, I know you've been talking to David. So I'm like, girl, don't come with this shit early in the morning. And I ain't been talking to no damn David. So you need to get your fucking facts straight before you come to me with that. I ain't doing nothing with him. Don't call me early in no fucking morning asking me about some damn David. Like it's Sunday morning and you're accusing me of something that I know nothing of what you talking about. So she like, I just got a feeling. I know you doing something with him. Why are you lying? So I was like, first of all, I'm not doing anything with him. That's your fucking thinking. You think that I'm doing something with him. Now, why would I do something with him if I'm your best friend? She was like, well, I don't know. See, that's the thing. Best friends always turn on each other. She's like, not real best friends. I'm your real best friend. She's like, well, if you was my real best friend, you would tell me the truth. Because I find it strange, like, you always used to text me right back. It didn't matter what time it was. You always used to answer my phone calls no matter what time it was and talk to me. And we would tell each other our day and everything like that. And now all of a sudden, ever since that phone call with you and David, you've been acting real strange. You've been not answering my phone calls less and less. You've been not answering my texts less and less. And it's just all fucking making sense that something's going on between y'all two. Now, if she calls you up and start, accusing you, like David, I don't know if you want to tell her. You can, David. You can tell her that we doing stuff. Like I don't really care at this point. I just didn't tell her because I didn't want to be the one to break the news to her. So you can tell her, David. It's really in your fucking hands. Like the ball is in your court. So whatever you want to do, I'm fully up for it. But I ain't saying anything, and if you choose not to say anything, I'll still deny it. But anyway, so she was like, she was like, I can't believe David would cheat on me with you. I mean, why would he do that? So I was like, girl, he is not cheating on you with me. Like, you really up there fucking losing your mind over something that is not even happening. If David was cheating on you with me, trust me, girl, I would tell you, it's not going down like that. And I told you, I'm not that type of girl. I'm not even that type of fucking, like, I'm not that type of way. I would never even go behind my friend back and do some shit like that. So you really will accuse me of doing something like that when we've been friends for a very long time. Can't no boy break our friendship up. So she like, all I'm saying is that it just really seems weird that you're not answering my phone calls and my texts. And every time I call you or when we finally talk, it's like you got an excuse on why you gotta get off the phone, or you got to do something for your mother. Every time now it's like you got to do something for your mother. She's like, yeah, well, this is the busiest month for us and we really got to do a lot of things. So yeah, I got to do things for my mother. Like I ain't making that up. So she's like, okay, so what things you got to do for your mother? So she's like, I mean, things, whatever she asks me to do. I'm not really sure. I mean, it'd be different things throughout the day. I'm not going to say it'd be the same thing every day, but when she need me to do something or we got to take care of something, then that's what we got to do for that specific day. All I'm saying is that this month is a busy month for a lot of celebrities, and you can't get mad at me for doing things to better my career because that's what we're doing. So you're up here worrying about David and if he's cheating on you with me. If he was, why don't you go ask him? Why are you up here calling me early in the morning? Girl, it's Sunday fucking morning and you calling me up with this bullshit. I really don't have time for it. And that's why I didn't answer the phone because you did the same shit a few hours ago up there accusing me of talking to David and talking about you know there's something going on. It ain't nothing going on. And if something was really going on, I would definitely fucking tell you. It would be no question that I would tell you. You know I don't bite my tongue for no girl or anybody. I say what I gotta say and I say it how I want to say it. And you know I bring it. So she's like, whatever, Storm. It's just that you just been acting real funny. So she's like, okay, how? Besides me not answering my phone, besides me not answering my text, besides me saying that I gotta do something for my mother, which I really did have to do something for my mother. Besides all of that shit, tell me how I'm acting funny, because I really don't see how I'm acting funny. Because it seems like to me that I'm just busy and I really don't have time to talk. Like right now. So she's like, okay, it's really early in the morning. Why you don't have to she's like, why you have no time to talk if it's like 7 o'clock in the morning? So she like, so I was like, well, I'm hungry and I'm trying to cook something to eat. And I gotta wake my mother up so we can take care of some things. We really gotta get some stuff done. So she like, I just think you lying. I think you lying and I think something's going on between you and David. Because that whole conversation, y'all was arguing, or I heard y'all arguing, and then I heard some stuff like, give me your number. I heard him say that to you. And I don't know what you said after that. I don't know what you said after that because I couldn't make it out. But I did hear David say, give me your number. And I don't know what the fuck you said. So what did you say when he asked for your number? And don't you even deny that he asked you, because I know he asked you. I heard him. So she was like, yeah, he asked me for my number and I turned him down. I said, I mean, it wasn't like he was trying to get with me. He just was like, can I get your number? Maybe we can talk about this situation more. I mean, maybe we got off in a misunderstanding. So she was like, okay, well, why couldn't y'all just talk right there? Why did y'all have to get off the phone? So she was like, girl, did you hear me? I didn't give him my fucking number. So we never talked again. We only talked when you called me and put me on three-way with him. That was the only time we discussed the whole thing. We didn't even discuss the whole thing because, like I said before, he was not in an agreement with the fuck I was saying. So that was the only fucking time I talked to David, and I haven't talked to his ass ever since, and that's it. So she's like, okay, so she like, okay, all right. So she like, I'm sorry, maybe I am overthinking things. She's like, yeah, you are. I mean, you calling me up and you accusing me of some shit that I know I'm not doing. If I was doing it, I would have told you. Like, I'm really not in the mood for this fucking shit. So she's like, fine, all right, well, I just thought that you've been acting funny and it felt like you've been acting funny. So I thought I would bring it to your attention and kind of just tell you that your whole position changed. Like, it just really have changed ever since you talked to David. So she's like, okay. And well, let me just say this. Maybe my position changed because of what you did with David. Maybe I really am trying to distance myself from what you did. Maybe I'm not in agreement with what you did. Maybe I think that you moved too fast, or maybe I think you're a hoe. So she like, you think I'm a hoe? Oh, really? She's like, yeah, maybe I think that. Maybe I'm trying to give you a sign that I'm not in agreement with the fuck you did, giving them sex on the first day. Maybe I feel that way. Maybe you're not understanding the full picture here. It don't have anything to do with David or whatever. It has something to do with you not valuing your body. So she's like, you know what? Okay, bye then, Storm. Whatever. So Storm was like, David, I'm gonna just tell her, David. I think I should just tell her because we need to be together. We belong together, David, and you know we do. Don't you feel the way we kiss and make love and touch and hug and all that stuff? It feel right, don't it? It do, and you know it do. I'm like, yeah, it do, but you know this shit is crazy how this whole thing happened. She's like, David, I think about how the fuck it happened all the time. Yeah, I was bashing you. I'm not gonna lie, I was bashing you. I ain't never think I'll be letting you fuck me too. So do you think that I'll be letting you do something like this? Like I ain't think that I would be agreeing to letting you get the draws, David. But hey, you got them and you got a lot of them. So if you got my drawers and I let you get it, then I mean, David, you gotta know that you already invested in me. Whether you like it or not, you invested in me. So you can't just turn away from me now. So I'm thinking about just telling her we already in the same city. I'm thinking about just calling Scott and telling her, like, asking her out to lunch and just telling her the truth and just be like try to just be honest with her, like, and just be like, me and David together, I'm his girl, and I'm sorry that it happened that way, but I'm like, but how you gonna really explain yourself? She's like, David, I don't fucking know how I'm gonna explain the shit. I really don't know because the whole shit gonna seem creepy as shit to her. And it's gonna be like, how in the hell you gonna say all this shit about me and you turn around and do the same shit I did? Like, she really gonna call me a hypocrite bitch. So I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna pull this one, David, because I do want to sit down and have she like, I do want to sit down and have a conversation with her, but I don't know how that shit gonna turn out. So she's like, I really don't. She's like, because how am I going to fucking say something like that? Like, really? How am I even going to make it sound like it makes sense? I'm like, I don't know. I'm asking you. So she like, David, I don't know. You got any ideas or suggestions on how I should tell her? I'm like, look, Storm, you the one that came up with this brilliant idea that you're gonna tell her. So if you're gonna tell her, then tell her your fucking way. She's like, David, all I'm saying is that I have no idea how I'm gonna say it. I'm like, well then don't say it. Cause I can't tell you how you should say it. And to be honest with you, I really don't think it's a good idea to even tell her. She's like, so what do you think I should do? Keep on letting her ass accuse me and keep on saying that I didn't do shit when I know that I did? David, I just want to fucking just tell her. So I'm like, okay, and then go tell her then. She's like, fine, I'm gonna tell her today. But because she's only in this town for one, like, just this whole day or something, and I think she's going to another state. She's like, I think she's going to another state after this one. So I don't think she's going to be in this state, after today. So I might as well just tell her. Oh, matter of fact, I think she's leaving tomorrow morning. So I'm like, well, if she's leaving tomorrow morning, don't you think you should tell her? She's like, David, let me call her on three-way real quick. Just stay on the phone. So I'm like, all right. She calls her on three-way and Sky answers the phone. And she's like, yeah. She's like, Sky, let's have lunch. She like, okay, where do you want to have lunch at? She's like, let's have pizza. I seen a nice pizza spot, not too far from my hotel. Maybe we can meet up there and I can give you the directions. She was like, sure, yeah, I would love that. She's like, and we can just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Sky, I gotta tell you something when we get there. So she's like, what? Is it about David? I know your ass been fucking him. Just go ahead and just tell me now. So she like, girl, it's not even about David. I just want to talk to you. So she like, fine. Okay, I'll go. All right, I'll ask my mom. So she like, all right, see you there, girl. She's like, she probably already fucking know David. Have she called you? I'm like, no, she ain't called me. She's like, I think she know we doing something, David. I'm like, she like, and that's why I should tell her. And if you lose Sky, I'm your girlfriend. And you still got somebody. You got me out of it. So I'm like, yeah, but I kind of like this guy. She like, David, do you said that you liked me more than Sky? Didn't you tell me that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, so I don't see where it's gonna be a problem if you do end up with me anyway. You fucked me way more than you. She's like, you fucked me way more than you fucked this guy. Tell me the truth. I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, okay then. So you know you can't get enough. So I'm like, no, I can't. She's like, okay. So she's like, so I'm just gonna ease it on in there and tell her. And I don't know what she gonna do after that, cause I'm not a fucking psychic, but I know I'm going to tell her and get this shit over with so she can stop calling me and fucking interrogate me. I just need to tell her. So I'm like, okay, baby, go ahead and do what you got to do. She was like, I'm going to.